So regarding the exam, the most important thing that you have to concentrate is the question number. Okay. So the question number, if you are not writing properly, you are not eligible to get a mark. So in the board exam, see like now when I see and if I can understand, or see like if you have written one question number, if it is somewhat right or wrong, we will be able to understand and we try to give marks. Okay, but in the final exam, it will not be there. This year you are going to write the board exam. So when see like you, as I told you many times, I have told you, it is not necessary that a business teacher will be checking the paper. Okay, so like I am teaching business studies, but I may be appointed for checking accountancy or economics or business studies. Okay, any three of a commerce subject, any one of the commerce subject, I may be appointed as a examiner. So when I am checking, if I am not teaching business studies, so a prescribed answer sheet is given. Okay, all the answers you might have seen, answer marking scheme you have might have seen in when you search for a question, or solved question papers you might have seen previous year question paper. When you search, you will get a solved question paper there. So there is an answer given there. You know, a prescribed answer is there. So they will check only with that answer because they don't have much idea about that. Okay, so if you like a controlling, what is controlling is asked. So they don't know what is controlling. Means it doesn't mean that they don't know what is controlling. Like if he has a commerce student, if he is a commerce teacher, he will know some idea about that. But if he is teaching, like if Sandu sir is there and if he is checking it, so he will commonly checking with the answer which is given. So they are not going to go away from that because they may not have much deep knowledge in the particular subject because they may not be teaching that subject. Okay, see like if I am appointed as accountancy examiner, I will only be checking. See like I do not know what, see like there may be different methods of solving this. I will be just using one method and I may not be very much confident in all the methods. Do you understand? So you have to be clear with your answer. Whenever you write an answer, it should be very clear. Don't simply like beat around the bush. Okay. So some are writing the answers like that. You are giving just a vague idea. So see like there are so many things like that. Main things are there like planning. So you should study a definition of a planning. Okay. You should study a definition of controlling, organizing, staffing, directing. All these important topics are there. So you should study a proper definition. And if a question is asked about the planning, anything related to planning, you can write this definition first. Okay. So first the work that you have to do is that creating an impression. Most important thing. Okay. So first you have to give an idea to the, see like when I am checking your paper, when I know, see like in this class, if there are 25 students in the class, I know who all are there, see like how many are above average students, how many are average students, how many are below average students, just by going through their names, I can understand that. Okay. But the teacher who is checking your paper may not have an idea about what sort of student you are. Is it no? So the most important, see like you have to create a first impression. So the impression that you are creating by your first answers or the first page of the exam paper, that is going to be lasted till the end. Because see like when I am checking a paper and the first one I am reading answer, and if that answer is very much right, and if you have written very nice answer in the beginning, so normally I will have a good impression. I will be thinking that this student, whether this student is good or bad. If I am a teacher, when I am checking the first answer, if it is right, I will have a positive attitude towards this particular paper. And I will be giving more marks to the, see like if a 5-mark answer is there. So if a 5-mark answer is there, if the first answer is correct, and if when I am checking the this 5-answer question, even if there are some small mistakes are there, then also I will give 5 marks. Do you understand? But if the first answer when you have, which you have written out the first page, all the first few answers which you have written is wrong, and even if the answer for the 5-mark question is almost correct, there are only few mistakes are there, I will give only 3.5 or 4 marks. Did you understand the difference? Okay, so this you have to understand. So this will be normally a person who is checking the papers mentality will be like this. Okay, so if I see like your first page answers are very good, right answers are there, then I will be considering this student as a very good student, and for the remaining answers the teacher will be giving good marks. And if the first answers are not correct, or if you are writing some answers like as I told you, like beating around the bush, like you are trying to confuse the teachers, so such a way you are writing the answers, what will happen is that they will be considering that the student is a below average student, and in that way, even if your other answers are somewhat correct, then also you may not be getting full mark. So if you want to get a full mark, you have to present the paper properly. So first page itself, don't simply write any answer and cut it and make it very dirty like that. Okay. So there is like some 15 minutes time is there before the exam, isn't it? So reading question paper. So you go through the question paper and you make sure that which answer is very comfortable for you. Okay, which answer is the one which is very clearly which you know. Those answers you write in the beginning. Okay, and after making, if you are able to like normally if you follow the pattern like the question numbers without much variation, if you are able to follow, that is very good. See, like if you are writing the 25th answer first, after that second answer, then last answer. If you are writing like that, that will confuse the teacher. That will also irritate the teacher and you will lose the mark. So don't make so much confusion. Maximum you try to keep the order of the answers, and if at all if you are unable to maintain the order, then you write which answers are very much clear to you. Those answers, first few answers you write in the beginning. After that you continue the proper pattern. Do you understand? According to the numbering, 1, 2, 3 like that you can follow the numbering. So same way you may continue. Okay, this will help you to give lot amount of marks. Okay, then try to attempt all the questions. Okay, simply don't leave any question. And I am telling you this one, simply even if you don't know anything about the answer, simply write something and just put the question number and write something at least a paragraph you write. Okay. So imagine that like there are when we are checking the answers in different years, the teachers will have different criteria, okay, of passing the students. Okay, so it's like in this year, if they are considering that we are going to pass 90% of the students. Okay, so if I am getting 100 papers, I am not allowed to make fail 10 more than 10 students. Do you understand? Even if you are in my bundle, I am getting 100 papers. Out of that 100 papers, there will be some 25 students, those who are supposed to fail. But as per the criteria of the government or CBSE, they say that only 10 students should be failing. Okay, so that average they maintain. So what they will do is that the teachers will have to make the students pass. Is it? So at that time what they do is that see like they will consider like if 27 mark is your passing mark, is it no? If you get 27 mark, you are supposed to pass. If you get above 20, okay, if you are getting the answer above 20, so some like 22 mark you have got, 5 marks is remaining. So what the teacher will do is that they will give marks in this, some here and there they will give 1 or 2 marks and they will adjust and somehow make it 27 or 28 marks. Okay. So for that they need a space. Is it no? If you have written all the answers, then there are some answers which you have written wrong. Even if you don't know anything, but you have written something there. So there is a space there. So they can put one mark there. If it is a 3 mark answer, they will give 1 mark. You understand? There will be another answer. There they can give at least 1 or 2 marks. Based on that, half mark, 1 mark like that, they can give here and there and make you pass. If you don't have a space there, then they will be helpless. So you may fail. You understand? This one I told you about those who are in the borders, those who are scoring more than 50% mark, they need not to be worried like that, because like the marking scheme will be based on like that. If you are scoring out of 80, if you are scoring more than 60, your papers will be strictly checked. Okay, so they will go through each and every line. Once if I check the paper and if you are getting more than 60 marks, once again we will go through the answers and we will make sure that your answers are exactly correct. We will very thorough way of checking will be there. And if you are 40 to 60 range, then an average range of checking only. Means if somewhat okay, like if a 3-mark question is there and if your answer is somewhat correct, you will get at least means actually you are supposed to write 5 lines here, 5 sentences you are supposed to write there. Even if you have written 3 lines, you will get 2 or 2.5 mark. Okay, for an average. But if you are above average 160 above, and if you have written supposed to write 5 lines, if you have written over 5 lines, then only you will get 3 marks. Do you understand? And the other category like below 40, below 50% ones. So for them, if you have written something, they will give at least 1 or 2 marks. Like 3-mark question is there, 5 points you are supposed to write, and you have written only 1 point. Then also you may get a 1.5 mark or 2 marks. Do you understand? So that is the way that the teachers are checking the papers. So you should understand these things. And based on that you have to write. So to the maximum you try to write the answers as nice as possible. Okay? So in that way you have to study. Simply studying the book, like this much big book is there. So simply studying this book is not going to give you a mark. Okay? Simply reading and simply studying anything is not going to give you mark. You have to understand the things. Okay? Like controlling. So see, like if we have studied about tolerance limit. So you should know what is a tolerance limit and for what it is used, where it is used, how it is used. This much you should have an idea. It doesn't mean that you have to by heart all the lines written there. Okay? They will not ask you what is a tolerance limit. Okay? They will give you a case study. In that the tolerance limit is used there. Okay? So you will be asked to identify what technique is used in this one. And you have to write the answer as the tolerance limit. Deviation tolerance limit is there. So that is there. So as I told you, like 100 is the target given, standard set, and 95 if you are secured, then we will leave it. Because that remaining 5 is coming under the deviation tolerance limit. So they will not exactly say this one, but to some extent they will say like this. And they will ask you what technique is asked. So there you have to write the answer as deviation tolerance limit. That you have to write their answer. And if this question is asked for just 1 mark, you just have to write only the deviation tolerance limit. Is the technique used in this context. That much. Full sentence you should write. Don't simply write only 1 word. Like if an answer is coming, what technique is used there, just writing controlling. That is not good. Controlling is the technique used in this paragraph or used in this context. That you have to write. Full sentence you have to write. Okay? That you will get 1 mark. And if the same question is asked for 3 marks, then simply writing controlling 1 word if you are writing, you are not going to get full 3 marks. Okay? If the answer is controlling, you have to write controlling is the tool used here, and you have to write what is controlling there. You understand? At least a paragraph you have to write. 2-3 lines you have to write. What is controlling and how it is used there. If it is possible, you have to connect with the paragraph given there. Understood? And if the same question is asked for 5 marks, then you have to write that controlling is the method used there, and you have to explain controlling, what is controlling, and you have to some more details, some features of controlling or something like that. Okay? Okay? So some of these things, and you have to make it at least a half page answer, half to 1 page answer, you have to write it. Simply, answer is only controlling there. All the 3 questions are almost similar, is it not? So, in the first question, only 1 word answer, 1 mark. So, depending on the mark, you have to write the answer. Okay? You cannot say that answer is controlling and I have written controlling and you did not give me 5 mark. If you ask me, I cannot give you 5 mark. If controlling is written, I will give you 1 mark. Okay? If controlling is written and the definition also is written, then I will give you 3 marks. And if controlling is written, definition is written, any features or any kind of other things are written, then you will get a 5 marks. Do you understand? So that is the method of writing. Okay, so similar questions maybe you will be seeing that this question, and in your book you might have seen that this question is asked for 3 marks and this much answer only was written in that, and thinking like that you are answering, then you will get only 3 marks because the answer is only for 3 marks. And if you have to get 5 marks, you have to add some more details. Okay, and if most of the questions like this case study type questions are there, then you should try to quote the sentences from the passage. Okay, sometimes it will be given in the question itself that you have to state a sentence from the passage. Okay, even if it is not written, it is better that you quote a line. And if you are sure only you should quote the line. Simply don't quote the line, because if you have written the answer correctly and your quoting is going wrong, then you will lose mark. Understood? So you have written the answer correctly, but if you have quoted the line wrongly, then you may say, like if 3 mark question, you will get only 2 marks. So you make sure, and more practice, the work that you have to do is that you have to practice more of the case study type questions. Okay, how many number of questions are there? Like you go through the previous year question papers, you go through the back of your book. When you have purchased this book, you might have received a case study book. One handbook you might have received for case studies. So in that plenty of case study questions are there. So you have to study those things. That will be beneficial for you. Do you understand? So you try to study these things, work out. Maximum you try to write writing examination, and before the exam at least once you try writing any previous year question paper you take, and you sit for 3 hours and try to complete all the questions. Okay, and you calculate how much time is taken. You keep a stopwatch with you, and you just go through and see, like for completing one mark question, how much time you are taking. Completing 3 mark question, how much time you are taking. All these things you mark once. Okay, and then you will be able to find out as an average how much time you are taking for each question. Do you understand? Many of the time, last year also, the children were saying that questions were simple, but we did not get time to write. Okay, you did not get time to write, there is no answer like that. Okay, you did not make use of the time properly, that is the answer. Actually you are right. Because the teacher who is setting the question is set this question for 3 hours time. Okay, it doesn't mean that you are not getting sufficient time to write. You don't use the time properly. Do you understand? So for that you need to do practice. So any teacher, any question pattern, here you can see in the beginning, the question pattern is given. How they are framing a question paper. You may see like page number in the beginning, just before the syllabus, design of a question paper is given. So first category of question is that remembering type. Knowledge based simple recall questions to know specific facts, terms, concepts, principles or theories, identify, define or recite information. So that very short answer question 2 will be there. Short answer question 1 of 3 marks will be there. Short answer question of 4 mark is there. Long answer question 5. Essay type question not there in that. So total such type of like remembering type of questions. Like if you by heart things, you can get only 14 marks. Okay, this category is for by hearting. If you by heart definition, if you by heart all these things are about by hearting. So if you by heart things, you get only 14 marks. Then understanding. Okay, so based on understanding, very short answer questions 2 are there, 3 mark questions 2 are there, and a 4 mark question 1 is there, and a long answer essay type question 1 is there. Altogether 18 marks are there. Okay, so if you understand and study, you can get the first category as well as the second category. Then application based questions, case study type questions are there. So there are 2 short answer questions are there, 1 3 mark question, 1 4 mark question, 1 5 mark question and 1 6 mark question. 20 marks. So 20 mark is for application based questions. Okay, and high order thinking skills. That is like analysis, synthesis, classify, compare, contrast, difference between different pieces of information, organize and integrate unique piece of information from a variety of sources. All these type of questions altogether there are 19 mark questions are there. And evaluation, appraise, judge or justify the value or worth of a decision or outcome, or to predict outcomes based on values. There are 9 mark questions. So such a way all the 80 mark question is prepared. So if you by heart, you will get only 14 marks. If you understand and by heart means understand and study, you can get 18 plus 14 marks. And application, so you can see 20, 19 and 9 mark. Majority of the answers are there in the application based, high order thinking and evaluation based questions. Do you understand? So just by hearting something or just studying something will not be helpful much. Okay, so this is the pattern of your questions, and you have to understand that these questions will be coming in this way. Okay, and also in the chapter based questions also are there. Next, in this it is given about the how much mark will be there, like different chapters. Okay, first 3 chapters 16 mark, then second planning and organizing 14 marks, and staffing, directing, controlling is of 20 marks. That is for final exam. So some more answers will be coming for this one. So like half yearly means all 80 mark is collected from these all the chapters. So more number of questions will be there. And in the B part, financial management, financial market, total 15 mark is there. Marketing management and consumer protection 15 mark is there. So such a way altogether there will be and a project work of 20 marks. So your project has been completed and submitted now?
Yes.
Is there anybody who has not submitted the projects?
Yes.
Keep it with you. Completed, then you can bring and submit. And you inform other students also, those who are absent, if anybody has not submitted the projects. And now many of you have submitted it in just like plastic files like that. So that you have to submit in that like from the school that we get one file, na? So such kind of a file is to be used, and the front page also is there. All these things we can do later on. Now you don't worry about that. And if you are not satisfied with the project which you have submitted, if you think that the projects which you have submitted is not appropriate and you may not be getting full mark, if you have any kind of things like that, you can get the projects back, and afterwards you make it some more interesting, some more nicely attractive way you make it, and try to submit. If anybody is feeling like that, after the exam you can contact me and you can take your time and submit the projects. The project is very much important. Don't simply think that this is there for simply you are making it. Okay, so when the teacher comes, they will be evaluating things. So a teacher from external, outside, any other school teacher is coming and evaluating your project. Okay, so they will consider the standard what you are having, and they will also consider the standard of the school based on this one. Okay, so you have to write your projects in a very nice manner and a proper format and all. So the order which I have given you, all these things you have to go through it. I have to also, once I will go through it and I will tell you if any kind of corrections are required. This year anyhow, this with all the information has been sent through this one, mobile and all. So we could not meet you. So otherwise I was showing, earlier I was showing some previous projects and so on, and make you to do this. But just I just gone through few projects and I found that somewhat okay. Some projects are still not up to the mark. So if you feel, those who are feeling that I have not written it properly, or if I feel that I may not be getting full mark for this one, and if you want to improve your projects, you can get it. Either you can get it if you want to get it and make it, or you may want to make another project and submit, you can do it. Somehow written at the last moment when I told you that by next day you have to submit the project, at that time only they started writing. Is it not? Many are there, I know. Is it not? Only at the last moment when I told that you have to submit the project in 3 days time, they started the project. 2-3 months before I had given the project. At that time you did not worry about it. Many are there, not only one or two. I know that many students have done like that. Okay? So that is why I told when you are writing it very fast, in 1 or 2 days, if you are making a project, and not only this project, all the projects are there. All together you have to make together. So there was date given earlier itself that you have to submit. When after the holidays when you came, at that time date was given to submit, but nobody submitted. Okay. So if you want to improve your projects, you can get it, or if you want to write another project and submit, you can do it. And any type of clarifications required, you can ask me, or regarding any topics. And if you ask me in WhatsApp that this topic I have not understood, if you say like that, then I may not be able to explain, because just for one student I may not be able to take a class and upload it. It is not possible. So that is why I asked, if anybody is having any doubts, you can ask me now.